Let's Nightfall, Episode 4, and this week's Nightfall is the Wretched Eye, and the modifiers are Epic, Arcburn, Brawler, Ironclad, and everybody's favorite, Exposure. Before we get into the setup, we're going to be skipping this first part, so just stick to the left side of the bridge. Ignore all these ads. Do not waste any of your time. It is a complete waste of time. Just hug the left side of the bridge and just follow my route. And there's going to be some acolytes at the end of the bridge. Ignore them. If you are taking damage, just hop a little lower elevation like I am right here. And you can hop down there and you can kind of hide. And then, yeah, you're past it. Hop on your Sparrow. We're heading to the next part. For the setup, have Zalo Supercell on if you have it available. If you don't, perfectly fine. It's just nice having that extra arc burn for a primary. Secondary, definitely Sniper. Rock a Sniper, especially an Arc Sniper if you have a good one. And then for heavy, up to you. If you want to do rocket launcher or machine gun, I would probably go with a rocket launcher and then a machine gun maybe for the boss. But it doesn't really matter. You're going to be using your sniper and your primary on the boss. So if you haven't done this strike, basically what we're going to be doing is shooting little Siva nodes to unlock the next area and so on and so on. And with arc burn on, you got to be careful because there are going to be boomers throughout the entire strike. So just like I say with every single Nightfall, kill enemies from as far away as possible. You see these two boomer knights? Don't even go over there. Just snipe them from deep. There's absolutely no point in ever engaging an enemy at close quarters if you don't have to. So this is the first node. It'll either be on the other side of the bridge or near the back end of the bridge area. And once you take that out, the dock bay doors or hangar doors are going to open to our left. And there's going to be a boomer knight. You might get a wizard to spawn. I think it is random. There's going to be some thrall and whatnot. It's nothing too overwhelming. Again, take your time. I'm going to do a little quick fast forward here. It was just popping a pack. And just take the ads from outside. Don't push in because you're going to have those thrall and a boomer knight or a wizard. And you just want to make sure, especially with the arc burn on, that you take your time. So there's the boomer right there. If you got an arc sniper, one shot's going to basically almost kill him if you dome him, and then you can always switch to your primary to finish off. So once we reach into this hangar area, we're going to have to take out two of those Siva nodes. So your arrow is going to take you to the left or the right, take out a node, and then you're going to go to the other side after taking out the first node to take out a second node, and then we'll be able to move on to the next area. I'm keeping this in a slow fast forward, guys. You're not missing anything. There's just some boomer knights, some acolytes. Just peek out, float a rocket, or do a sniper shot or two, get back to cover because their arc attack, obviously with arc burn on, is going to wreck. So just slow and steady. Just take your time. No point in rushing it. So once you take out this initial wave on the left side, there's going to be some ads at the bottom step, so your arrow's taking you down to a lower area. And just be careful, there should be a wizard here. Just use your rockets, use your sniper. Now you do have to be aware, Destiny tries to juke you here by spawning thrall behind you that come behind you as you make your way down the stairs. That's why you see me turning around right there to check to see if they're coming. So as you move up these steps, they always have these stupid thrall come up behind you, and here they are. So you need to be careful. Just be aware of that because the last thing you want to do is get pinned down by the thrall and then there's a wizard down here and he shoots you, once or twice with the arc attack and you get killed. So for subclasses, I'm on Blade Dancer. Hunters, you can kind of rock whatever you want to rock. As that rocket somehow magically floated through that wizard, I don't know how that didn't hit him. So I'm using arc. I mean, obviously arc burns on, but I'm using it more so because the grenades will do a little bit more damage. But if you want to rock Night Stalker or Golden Gun, more power to you. For Titans, I would use Smash. But if you want to use Bubble, if you're a little under light, or you want to use Hammers, but I would use Smash. And then Warlocks, I would use Stormcaller up until the boss, and then I would switch to Self-Res, but that's just me personally. If you want to stay on Stormcaller, then stay on Stormcaller. So we took out the first Siva node. Now we're moving to the right side. This can be in multiple spots. And this side is going to be more annoying than the left side because there's usually a major. And there's going to be a major wizard for me. I don't know if that will switch, if there's any variation. Maybe it'll be a major boomer or a major wizard. I got a major wizard and some boomers. Now, you don't have to come and take these guys out, but since I'm going to be kind of dipping back behind cover in their kind of general vicinity, I wanted to make sure to take these back guys out because I don't want any damage to come from behind me. So you see I'm sneaking up just to see what I have to deal with here, and it's a major wizard. which is going to be super annoying. And there's also 2 boomers. I'm going to fast forward here because I kind of was taking my time with exposure on, and these dudes just have infinite spamming abilities on their attacks. It can get annoying. I'm going super fast forward. You're not missing anything. All I am doing, guys, is waiting for a pack cooldown so I can float some rockets in here. Because like I said, with that infinite spamming that they can do, it's super annoying. You might have to sit here and wait for them to stop. Like, just go sit down, like, out of their sight, and, it might take them 30, 40 seconds to stop shooting, but it's going to be worth it if your health is low. So you see me, I'm just waiting for an opportunity to actually maneuver into space and be able to see these scrubs so I can float a rocket. And, I mean, you see, I'm at 400 light, and, well, actually, I think I'm at 399 with the setup I have. But you can see, they're going to do a lot of damage, and with exposure on, your shield takes forever to regen. So here we go. I finally got a little breathing room with the boomers getting down, and I'm just floating rockets in here, taking my time. If you need to back up, then back up. If you need to wait on a super, then wait on a super, wait on a pack. Just chill out, chill mode. You don't have to rush. This isn't a timed event or anything like that. I'm going to do another quicker fast forward here. Again, you're not missing anything, guys. Just waiting for my opportunity to, jump out there, float a rocket, maybe get a snipe shot off or 2, and then you're taking out that second node. Once you take out that node, you're going to come back out here and just back up. Back way up, back way up. There's going to be ads, and you're going to get like a boomer and a wizard. So just back on up. You don't want to take any damage from these friggin' arc attacks. Just take your time, back up as far as you can, and then work on taking out the boomer. Again, your sniper is going to be doing, especially if you have an arc sniper on, it's going to be doing the majority of the boomer's health. So if you can pop them with that, and then you can stun them and just finish them off with your primary. And then we got the wizard here, who's a little bit more annoying, but again, not too bad if you have an arc sniper, as I'm choking friggin' sniper shots, and it's going to get its shield back here. And I'm not going to use my super blade dancers if you're on blade dancer, because I don't even want to mess with getting close to a wizard. I basically am using the super defensively. If you do rock Blade Dancer, I'm just using it if I get in trouble and I need to go and viz. That's basically what I'm using it for. I'm not really using it offensively. So we've taken out that wizard, and now we are moving on into the different silos. Now, all you're doing in here, if you've never done the strike, is you're just doing the same exact thing that we just did out in the little hangar bay, is you're taking out little Siva nodes in different rooms with different enemies. If you can take out the nodes without having to push into the room, as there's a boomer knight right here. So the nodes will be in different positions. It's not going to be the same every single time. But there are a lot of times where you can see the node, which there'll be examples of here. You can see the node from outside the rooms that they're in, and you don't even have to really bother with the ads that are inside the room. So you see I'm going to hop down here, and I see the node. I'm like, oh, sweet, I got a good spawn for it. Cool, we knocked it out. I don't have to worry about those ads. Just move on. So it's really nice. It's really not that long of a strike, though the boss fight takes friggin' forever with arc burn and exposure on. It's super annoying. So here we go. We took out a node. Now we're moving to Silo 2, and we're going to be needing to take out another node. I'm going to kind of be a little fast forward here. Again, you're not missing anything. Just take out ads. Here's another example. I don't have to push into the room. The node's right here. I got another good spawn. And you're just following your arrow. We're heading into a new silo. So all you're doing is you're moving into a new silo, take out ads, find out where, which room your node is in, as there's a boomer knight. You got to be careful, man. The boomer knights, they're going to do a lot of damage on this strike with arc burn. So just take your time. And with exposure, if you got to sit there and, wait for your friggin' health to get up a little bit, then just sit there. No point in rushing through it since you're, doing it by yourself. So here we go, just trying to take out this stupid boomer because he's super annoying, and I should have been looking at my arrow. I was assuming my node was in Silo 3, but my arrow's actually taking me to Silo 4, so I didn't really need to waste my time with that boomer. So make sure you're paying attention to your radar, because your arrow is going to take you to where the node is. So the node, my last node, is in Silo 4. It wasn't in Silo 3, so I didn't really have to sit there and, mess around with that boomer and possibly get myself killed. So your last node is going to be annoying, and they seem to kind of scale up the amount of enemies or the type of enemies that are going to be in here. Now, if arc burn and exposure aren't on, then obviously it's not annoying, but I have 2 boomers on my left side, and I have a wizard on my right. So, and they're just spamming the door, and there's no opportunity. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to super fast forward here. All I did, guys, is just sit down and wait for them to stop shooting. I mean, it took about 40 seconds, and they finally stopped shooting. And then I'm going to creep over here because I know my node's in this room, and I know there's 2 boomers. So I'm trying to take out, well, I'm the sniper, and if I need to, I'm going to switch to a heavy. But luckily, I'm not choking these sniper shots as usual. Took out the 2 boomers. Sweet. Move in. Take out your last node. And now we're going to be moving on to the boss fight. And the boss fight with exposure and arc burn on, I know it sounds like, oh God, like exposure and arc burn on. The boss fight is going to be impossible. It's not impossible because there is the little cheese spot that we're going to be using. If you're unfamiliar with the cheese spot, it might take you a little while to get used to how to get in to the cheese spot, into the right area of the little brick wall that we're going to be jumping onto. And you'll kind of see here. So you're going to fall down just like normal. But let's go show you the spot first before we examine the ogre. And I would suggest, if you've never gone up into this spot, to get it down first before starting the fight. So we're jumping up into this area. I know it's a little dark, but we're jumping up into this little concrete slab. So there's this open slab in the wall. See, I'm a little far back. I don't want to be in this spot of the little, I guess, open area. What we want to do is fall in between that back area. Here we go. So, oh no, I fell down. So think of it like a sandwich, okay? There's a piece of bread on the left, a piece of bread on the right. We need to get inside that sandwich. We got to be the peanut butter and jelly of this sandwich. If you're on the okay, so you see my nade lights it up a little more. We got to squeeze right in there and be in between, okay? We want to be the meat of the sandwich. Let's see if I got into it. Okay, cool. I'm in the meat of the sandwich. So there's a concrete slab in front of me, and there's a little concrete piece in behind me. And what we're going to do is we're going to kneel down, and you can use this as cover, okay? And you see how I'm popping up? You'll be able to pop up, do some snipes, pop back down, move over a little bit to the left, and you'll be perfectly fine from the ogre. But you'll still have to worry about the boss and the shanks. So here we go. We just examined the ogre, and I didn't do it on my first run. It might take you a few attempts to get up here. If you fall out of the spot, at any given time, you're more likely going to get wrecked with exposure and arc burn on. So this gives you kind of better idea. You see I'm in my blade, and you see how I'm kind of, like I said, you're the meat of the sandwich. And you're kind of in between. You're in this little crease in the wall. And the boss fight takes a while, guys. It just does, doing it like this and with exposure and arc burn on. If exposure and arc burn were not on, then I wouldn't even be up in this spot. I would just be running around on the ground. So this spot is going to keep you safe from the ogre. But like I said, you will be able to get hit by the boss. So like I'm out in the open right now. The boss can hit me, okay? He'll be able to hit you. The arc shanks, they'll be able to hit you. So when the arc shanks come, which you'll see, we're going to be using our primary sniper, whatever it may be. Now I'm using rockets up here, but rockets are dangerous, guys, okay? You need to make sure that you are fully popped up to use those rockets. Don't try to squeeze a rocket through the little gap right here on my left. You see this little gap? Don't even dare try, because you'll end up killing yourself. And you can throw your nades and whatnot from up here. Just make sure that you're not angled at a point where you're going to throw your nade into a spot. So here we go. Here's his first teleport. Now, the best teleport for this spot is over on the far left. So he's in front of me. And the room's a circle. So there's the close left right there. That's a dangerous spot. There's the far left. That's a good spot. And then these 2 spots there's to my right and in front of me are kind of annoying as well. I'm going to quick fast forward. I'm just waiting for a special pack. So here we go. So this explains. So you see how I'm slowly inching my way out to the right. So every little inch I take to the right, I press my crouch button to see if I can pop up. Because you're technically under cover in the safety area of this spot. So then I crouch back down and then I move back to the left. You see how I move back to the left? So I can't pop up from this very spot. I have to, and then I friggin' fell on the back. This gives you an example if you're not paying attention and I fall down like a friggin' nub. You don't want to move around too much. You have to be careful. I'm not in the right spot still. You see how I'm in behind the sandwich? Okay, now we're back inside the sandwich. Just trying to make sure I get to the right spot. I got to be a little bit further forward. Okay, there we go. Now we're crouching down. And you'll be able to shoot adds out the little left gap here. So what I was trying to explain before I fell, as you see, I'm completely safe from the ogre. He's kind of glitched out, and if he slams, you're fine as long as you're in the spot. So you see he just tried to slam and he kind of glitched out. So we're on the far left of this little maybe 2-foot spot that we can sit in, right? And this is the easy spawn if he's over there, because you can just snipe him, you know, clear as day and don't have to really worry about the boss doing too much damage on you. So what I was trying to say is we're on the left side of this spot, okay? And you'll see more examples of this near the end of the fight when we're about to kill the boss. Is if he's on my right teleport or the far teleport kind of to my right of the way I'm looking now, you'll have to do what I was doing, where you creep out a little bit to your right, you know, checking your crouch button every single step to the right until you can pop up. Once you pop up, you'll be able to snipe the boss. And then if you're taking any damage, just crouch and move back to the left. So I'm going to kind of fast forward here. All I'm waiting for is the boss to get back in my line of sight. He's in behind this pole in front of me, this steel structure. I'm going to fast forward here. You're not missing anything. I'm just waiting for him to get in the line of sight where he is now. Snipe him. He moves back behind cover. I'm waiting on a pack cooldown as well, hopefully to get some special ammo here, as I don't have any. And so I know that he's getting close to teleporting again because he's near half health. So here we go. Here's his teleport. Now this is a dangerous teleport. Just unload. If you got Zalo Supercell, unload on this fool. Now, if you don't have Zalo, then you know his teleports are going to be different every single time. I mean, nobody's run's going to be the exact same as mine, as you're seeing right here. But if he's about to teleport, you know, if you do a little bit more damage and you're waiting on a pack cooldown, then wait on a pack cooldown, because you want to get him off this teleport. This is the dangerous one where he can kind of hit you, you know, and the shanks are going to be coming here too, which is dangerous. So I'm just trying to get him off this spot, trying to get him to teleport, get the hell out of here. Okay, he finally moved. So now I'm focused on shanks, and the shanks will come to you. They will come, and you'll see where I'm going to kill them all. They're going to come right to this box. You know, they'll be in behind it or they'll be a little in front of it. And you need to focus on taking them out, guys, because they can shoot you through the little gap. And with arc burn on and exposure, you will die very quickly if you ignore the shanks. So just focus on the shanks. We're going to ignore the boss. The ogre is going to be annoying because he's kind of glitched out to your right. You know, just ignore him altogether, though I'm sure it's hard to at moments just because he's right up in your friggin' grill. I'm just focused on taking out the shanks. That's all you need to be doing. Focus on taking out all the shanks so there's no more, and then we can take our focus back to the boss. Doing another quick fast forward here. You're not missing anything. It was just making sure that the shanks were dead. So the boss is teleported. He's in this front spot where he initially spawns when you start the fight. So we're doing the exact same thing that I talked about earlier. We're slowly going to inch over to the right, get a couple shots. The ogre will block you at times. Then we're going to crouch back down and move over to the left. I know that was really fast, but just think of it like you're on like a pipe, which we kind of are on a pipe, and the pipe's only a foot long. The left side is the safe haven from the boss and the ogre. The right side's fine as well. If you creep too far to the right, you will fall out of the spot. So like I said, slowly inch over. When you can go to a full stand, then don't move over to the right anymore. You'll see here in a second, I'm slowly moving to my right, slowly moving. Okay, I can pop up. Okay, don't move to the right anymore. Get a couple shots on the boss as much as you can. The second you're starting to take damage from him, crouch back down, move to the left. And you're just rinsing and repeating that over and over and over again until you kill the boss. Another quick fast forward here. I was just waiting for my shield to come back a little bit. So here we go. You'll see again. Slowly moving over to the right. Every single step I take to the right, I'm checking my crouch button to see if I can stand up. Slowly moving. Okay, I can stand up. Not moving to the right anymore. You know, get 1 to 3 sniper shots on. Again, the ogre will block your shot sometimes since he's flailing like a friggin' psycho right to our right, and he's kind of glitched out. And we're just doing the same thing. Once you take damage, crouch back down, move to the left. Rinse and repeat that. So here we go. I'm just kind of chilling. New ads are spawning. I'm trying to take out some of them as they can shoot you, though they're going to move to where the boss initially spawns in at the beginning of the fight, and they'll just kind of stand there. Now, with the hunter, if you're on blade and you have the kneel down, you know, go invis, you can kind of wait till you're invis, then pop up for your sniper shots, as I'm kind of doing. Warlocks and Titans, you might need to throw some nades. You know, use Zalo, use your primary to kind of take out those vandals. because they can be annoying if they kind of shoot you, you know, with the flinch now with snipers that can kind of throw your shots off. So if you need to take some extra time to take them out, then take them out. Again, I would not chance using a rocket launcher from this position. I just really wouldn't. That's why I kind of mentioned earlier that you're going to just be using your primary and your special to do damage on the boss. If you are going to try to use heavy, I would use a machine gun, because you're not going to kill yourself with a machine gun. You can kill yourself with a rocket launcher. And you see here, I mean, the ogre, he's slamming away, trying to get us. He can't get us. You're completely safe in this spot as long as you're in between the sandwich. If you're in behind it, he can hit you. You can fall out. If you move too far to your right from this area, like I said, you got to inch slowly. If you move too far to your right, you're going to fall out. So like I've said a few times, and I'm going to say it again just so you realize, every little slight step you take to the right, check your crouch button. And just keep doing that over and over until you can stand up. The second you can stand up, stop moving to your right, do a couple shots. Second you're taking any damage, crouch, move back to your left. So the boss is at his final teleport phase. He has barely any health left. All I'm doing is getting these last initial shots. We almost got him. He's got a friggin' sliver. Just trying to make sure not to wet the bed and die here at the very end. Don't want to fall out or anything like that. This can be the last little shot. Moving over to my right slowly, waiting until I can pop up. And there we go. That's the final shot. The boss is dead. You've done it. We've done it. This is a little harder solo this week if you're unfamiliar with that spot that I showed for the boss fight. But all in all, guys, it's really not that difficult. I know with exposure and arc burn on, your first instinct is going to think, oh gosh, dude, this is going to be impossible with the shanks. It's not. If you use that spot, you can control the fight. You can take out shanks. They will come to your area. I'm not saying that you might not die. I mean, I didn't do the boss fight on my first run. Yeah, you might die, but it's not as bad as you think it is once you get that spot down. So let's see what reward we got. Hopefully it was worthy of the time spent. What do we got? Okay, I'll take it, yo. It's better than friggin' strange coins. All right, have a good one, guys. See ya.